Hi, it's me, Daphne. Welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I want to talk about some booktube and reading goals. So I know we are well into February by the time this video is going up, but I don't ever think it's too late to set goals, and I wanted to share mine with you and also reflect on the goals that I set at the beginning of 2023 to see how far I've come, what I've accomplished, what are still goals of mine, what are things that I feel like I improved on, or things that I want to continue to improve on in 2024. So we're gonna react to that, and then we will dive into my fresh new goals for 2024. Let's first react. Hi, it's Daphne. In today's video, I'm gonna go through my booktube and reading goals for 2023. I'm gonna make my goal for 2023 60 as well. Okay, I made my goal to read 60 books in 2023, and I accomplished that. I ended up reading a total of 73 books, I believe. A lot of them were short novellas and like whatever, but it still counts. Starting off positively. Channel-wise, I wanna diversify my booktube videos more. One of the things I'm really excited about is potentially making like a TBR game. I know everybody loves a good TBR game. I love watching TBR games. So clearly I've been saying that I want to make a TBR game for the longest time, and I've done TBR games created by other booktubers, and they're really fun to play. They're very successful on my channel when it comes to like click-through rates. Like people are getting those recommended on their homepage and things like that, which is great. But I would love to make my own. Sam from Samantha Donovan is so creative, and she's been helping me brainstorm some ideas. I'm just trying to figure out what game style I want, how visually I want it. I want to tie it in with New York. Sam had a really cool idea for like how the board could look like the city of New York. Again, these are all just like vague ideas right now, but also how would I tie that into mood reading? I don't want to feel so trapped in a TBR just to hit prompts and stuff. So still something I'm mulling over. And then other videos that I feel like I've just been like missing the mark on are book shopping vlogs, book hauls, like smaller ones. Okay, I have done some book shopping vlogs, which are fun. I went to the Union Square, I think it is, Barnes and Noble, and had a blast vlogging that experience. It was like a rainy day, which I would not recommend book shopping if you don't have a car on a rainy day. It's just asking for trouble. I have done more book hauls this year. A lot of the books I acquire are secondhand or from little free libraries. I mean, obviously I also buy new books, but I feel like I'm quite frugal when it comes to shopping relatively. So yeah, I don't do them super often because one, I don't feel justified in buying more books than I personally feel comfortable owning that are unread. And then I don't really have a lot of space in this apartment for that many books. So I have to be quite particular in the books that I physically bring into my home. Otherwise, I'll just download them on my Kindle for free from the library or from KU, or like for a few bucks from Amazon. You know, put it on my Kindle. It's a lot easier and takes up way less space, clearly. I want to do more themed reading vlogs, and then also a major thing is I want to do trope recommendation videos. I know those are really okay. Themed reading vlogs, I like dipped my toe into it. I could definitely do better at posting themed reading vlogs, maybe reading the same type of trope in a couple of books, and like reading 5-star prediction books, or like, I don't know, just like more themed vlogs. But like my style of vlog right now, which I do enjoy and I hope you guys also enjoy, is surrounding like what I'm currently reading plus what my life is like living in New York City, having friends like along the Hudson River in Jersey, just like this urban environment, because I'm fortunate enough to live here and I love being able to share this very niche experience with you guys. But yeah, if I could manage to do that plus do themed reading vlogs, I think that would be even better. And then when it comes to trope recommendations, is that what I said? I've done like one recommendation. I've actually done a couple, but there's one in particular that does really well. I would love to keep that traction going because it's good to bring new people in. Obviously, there's content that I want to make for subscribers, and then there's also content I want to make that's helpful to subscribers and outsider people that don't know me yet, things that will be easier for people to click on and give me a chance because I'm delivering something to them versus just being like, hi, it's me, this is what I'm reading, you know. I'm more like, here, this is what you could read, you know. So we'll see. Popular content-wise, but I just don't like read as fast as some of the other girlies. And I don't want to compare myself and like force myself to read nearly as fast. I know they'll read like 30 plus books in a month. And yeah, that's the other insecurity I have with trying to do rec videos. I don't read nearly as many books as some of these other amazing booktubers that can like blow through like 15 to 30 books in a month, and they have like a lot of books to choose from, and they can accumulate recommendations, like fresh recommendations, a lot faster. So if I do them, they won't be nearly as often as some of the other bigger consumers of books, but I can try. A video I have in mind recently, because I'll get DMs from some of the people I know in real life. They'll see me post on Instagram like, oh, I have a new video up on my booktube channel, and they're like, oh, I want to get back into reading, like what books do you recommend? So I want to make that video for them. I would love to continue. I totally forgot I said that. That is a good idea. Making a Rex video for people that are trying to get back into reading. That's a good idea. I should remember that because I forgot. Connecting with people here on booktube. I feel like me and Eliza have gotten super close and meet more people on booktube. I have done that. I've had so much fun meeting other booktubers, getting to talk to people in live chats, live shows, and seeing the people that consistently watch and comment. I really appreciate that. It's so much nicer to be in this booktube community versus like the general, I don't know, like I was doing random video stuff back in the day, like hair stuff. Those types of videos never brought such community like this one does, so I absolutely love that. I shouted out Eliza in this video, but I have to shout out my girl Sam, I have to shout out Hannah, I have to shout out Maggie, I have to shout out Tori, which is like, ah! I'm trying to like just make more friends with like the people I love watching, and just connecting with like smaller booktubers too that interact with me, that are getting their hustle on, and yes, I've definitely succeeded in that. Another goal is to stay consistent in posting. I'm pretty good at posting at least once a week. Yep, I posted at least once a week for the most part. Just be a little more organized, bulk film a little bit more. I do batch film. I filmed a video before this one. I just changed my top. I was kind of like, do I want to film this right now? I'm like, oh, I should just batch film it. It'll be easier for me later down the line versus having to like set up to film again. I want to try is like a booktuber taste test / booktube bestie style video. That's a good idea. I kind of forgot about these things. I should write these ideas down. Do a booktuber taste test. You know why? That's because it was really trendy back in 2022 to do those, and they've kind of died down in popularity, but just being on trend with those themed reading vlogs is what I should aspire to. And then the last major channel goal I have is subs. So subs can be like such a sensitive subject. I am so obviously appreciative of all the people that are watching my channel and have recently subscribed and have subscribed for a long time. I'm just really grateful. I've been doing the YouTube game for a while, and I've obviously recently switched to booktube. It just feels really rewarding to have a hobby where people care what I'm saying. That's something I'm learning about myself more as a person, is that I am very motivated, not by like validation from other people, but just feeling like people give a shit about me. That's what motivates me, and I've always like wanted to be like a media personality. Like I always wanted to be on TV, I wanted to be like a newscaster, I wanted to be an actress, I wanted to be a weatherman. I just like wanted to be in front of the camera. I'm making that work. I'm making that work through YouTube, and I don't know, like what does that say about me? Do I love the attention? Yes, definitely. I definitely love the attention. I loved the attention in college when I'd like go out partying with my friends and like run away like a drunken idiot because I just wanted someone to chase me and care about me and just like have the attention. Definitely a little bit of that involved for sure. But yeah, I just want to feel like people care about what I have to say, and yeah, that's it. It doesn't need to be everybody. I don't need everybody to love me, but it does feel nice that there are people out there that do care. I do want to continue to grow. So I think I'm at like 1760 something as I'm filming this, and my goal for the end of 2023 is to try to get to 2,100 subscribers.
Wow. Okay, so I started this video at 1760 and I wanted to get to 2,100. And I did that. I'm at like 25 something right now. I think I started the year probably at 25 something subscribers. I like did not expect that at all. I'm really happy that I'm growing and that my hard work is paying off and people are seeing these videos and enjoying them and being entertained, hopefully, and getting good book recommendations and just enjoying spending time with me. Even if it's just like, oh, I like the sound of her voice or whatever, you know, that's fun because doing this is a labor of love, and it's nice that there are more people here to spend time with and talk to and just all the things.
But once I feel like I have enough subscribers, I'll feel more comfortable doing like reading sprints and book clubs and things like that. I just want
I have done so many live shows and reading sprints on my channel and joining as a co-host on other people's channels. I have really enjoyed doing the live shows. It's really nice to be able to go back and forth with people, much easier in the comments and react to them immediately and have more of a conversation versus, you know, only getting a comment and then only being able to comment back like once or twice. It just feels a little more natural that way, which I really enjoy. And I want to participate in more people's live shows like as a commenter, like some of my favorite booktubers when they do like book clubs and stuff, like Ava's doing her Alien book club thing with Tiff, and I definitely want to make their live show so I can be there to support and be able to like chat more directly with them and go back and forth. And I don't know, it just breaks that like parasocial, like it's still a bit of a parasocial relationship, but it like breaks that fourth wall even further. And I love that aspect of live shows. And then I said the book club thing. I did do my book club for the Greenbone Saga that you might be aware of. We'll see how that continues with the book club and stuff. I might wait till the end of the year to try something else. We'll see, I don't know. Book clubs are hard. I think it'd be nice if I had like a permanent co-host or something, because I just don't like asking for things from people to be like, oh, you want to co-host with me? You know, like, so I don't know, we'll see.
Switching gears to reading specific goals. The first one I have is that I want to binge series more.
Yeah, I said I wanted to binge series more. I did that at least with Jade City. I don't know if I binged any other series. Not any that I physically own, at least. I did get, you know, like 3 books deep in another series from KU. I've read through a lot of Ice Planet Barbarian. So like I've made my way through a few series. I feel like when I said that, I mostly meant the physical series that I own. And I've bought more series since then that I haven't even started yet, so yeah. Have kind of done that.
I also want to finish nonfiction books.
Oh.
I don't have a problem.
I said I want to finish nonfiction books. I finished Jeanette McCurdy's book. I listened to it on audio. I think I listened to a doctor's book this past year, or maybe it was, I don't know if it was the year before. And I think that was it. Like, I could definitely do better at that.
Another key goal is to continue to read diversely. I wasn't
Okay, I feel like I have been reading more diversely. I still have white authors dominating a lot of the books that I read, but considering I've read, like, again, when you're reading series and stuff, or you're reading from very popular authors that everybody is hyping, like, a lot of them will be white. Not all of them, obviously. Like there's Kennedy Ryan that's very popular, Talia Hibbert, QB Tyler, our Black woman. Then we have like Asian authors, obviously, like R.F. Kuang, and I read She Who Became the Sun, which is by an Asian author, and like just more diverse books in general. I feel like I've done a lot better. I'm not like trying to like overthink it, but I am wanting to continue to prioritize it because it's important. And it's nice to see and relate to different types of people and see people that look like me, people that look like my mom, and people that look like my friends, and a disability, diversity, and things like that, you know, all the things, because I think it just improves all of our compassion, understanding, and outward view on life, and validates us if we see ourselves in characters, makes us feel seen, you know, like so many positives to reading diversely.
Paying that close attention, like previously, before 2020.
I'm definitely paying a lot more attention to it now. I wasn't paying that much attention to it prior to 2023, so I did do that.
And then some kind of like logistical reading goals. I want to continue to read down my physical TBR. I like get really excited and I'll buy.
I said I wanted to read down my physical TBR. I mean, I'm doing that. I have a fair amount of physical books that are read. I did struggle in 2023 to pick up physical books. You know, like I was really glued to my Kindle. and KU. And I'm paying for KU, so it's good that I'm getting my money's worth in that. And I try to only buy physical books that I'm like really excited about, and not just like, I mean, some of them are impulse buys, but I try to keep the impulse buys low because you just get that serotonin hit, you know what I mean? Like sometimes you just not feeling good and you just want to do a little retail therapy, buy a book, you know, or you see a little free library and you're like, it's free, you know, so yeah, I didn't do the best on reading down my physical collection. My physical TBR is bigger than ideal, but at the end of the day, it doesn't really matter. It doesn't. We can do whatever we want.
This other goal I have, which is reading my self-destruct books. So I'm gonna make a separate video listing all the books that
I don't even think I've made a reaction video to the self-destruct books yet, and I was kind of trying to let that go under the radar. I did not do very well on reading my self-destruct list that I created, I guess, at the end of 2022 for 2023. But like, do I want to get rid of all those books? Not really. I still feel like one day I will want to read them. I just think it was a little unfair of me to be like, in 2023, you have to read them. Because we are ever-changing human beings. And I feel like a future me would like to read that. Just current me was like, but there are other fun things that I want to prioritize because everybody's talking about them. I think the books, a lot of the books on the self-destruct list are older and they're not being talked about. So especially being on BookTube, like you want to read the books that everybody's talking about. Did not do well on that.
I also want to read at least one book of the month book per month and then 1 to 2 KU books a month. That way I'm getting my...
Okay, I definitely got my money's worth with KU. I was probably reading at least 2 KU books a month. And then the book of the month books, I absolutely failed on reading them. I like practically ignored my book of the month books. I maybe read 2 or 3 in the whole year. I was still buying them, but like I did skip a lot of months too, to be fair, because I'm not just here to like buy books just to buy them that often. But yeah, I definitely didn't prioritize them. I would like to prioritize them again. So yeah, I didn't do good on that one.
So yes, those are all my goals for 2023.
Oh, okay, that's the end of the video. For this. Yeah, so that wasn't terrible. Like I'd say that was like pretty successful. Also, sorry if the lighting is changing because the sun is setting. So my goals for 2024 are broken up into 4 categories. We have content strategy goals, video concept goals, general BookTube goals, and then milestone targets, aka things that are kind of out of my control. So for my 2024 goals, starting with content strategy in particular, I want to post at least once a week, which normally I'm pretty successful at doing, though sometimes I go closer to 10 days only because life. And I'm just doing my best. But yeah, for the most part, I'm very consistent with once a week. I would like to try to post 2 to 3 times a week when I have the capacity for it. 3 is really pushing it for me. I think 2 is definitely more manageable. I can get to 3 if there's like a live show that week, because live shows are really like low effort on my part. Like they're just really chill, and obviously I don't have to edit them. So that's nice. Speaking of live shows, I would like to have a live show at least once every 2 months. I usually find excuses to do them, especially if I'm like hanging out with friends or doing readathons and I have like live show requirements. So that's always a good motivator to do it. But if I'm not doing a readathon, I'd still like to schedule them for you so we can hang out and chat more one-on-one, or not even one-on-one, but like more immediately. I'd also like to plan my content out 2 weeks ahead. That way I can get an idea of when I need to film, when I need to edit, and then when I would ideally post for you guys. Along with that, I want to continue to batch film, which I did do a lot of in 2023, and it helps a lot. Like I already filmed a video before I'm filming this one. It just makes it easier for me to be able to like sit down and edit versus being like, oh man, I need to find time to film again, get dressed up for it, make sure the environment is good, like Chase isn't home and things like that. It's just like a little harder for me to find pockets of time to film, so batch filming is the way to go for me personally, and I would definitely recommend it. And then again, along that vein, like finding a filming, editing, and posting cadence that works with my family's schedule. So my family is just me and Chase, but just like knowing when I have time during the week to film, when I have time on the weekend to edit and post, or if I don't have time on the weekend because we have social plans. Like I can't figure that out yet. It's still very like sporadic. I don't have a particular day to post, and I kind of actually prefer that. I don't want to commit to being like, oh, I'm gonna post like every Tuesday. I can promise I can post once a week, but I can't promise it's gonna be on the same day. And for me, when I watch other people's content, I have no idea what day they normally post on. I'm just happy to see a video. maybe I recognize like how often they post. If I hadn't seen them in like 4 days, I'd be like, oh, it's been kind of a while if they post like 4 times a week, you know what I mean? On a tangent, but maybe I'll find a cadence that works for my schedule. Then going into video concept goals, I want to create a TBR game. I've been saying this since the start of 2023. We'll see how it goes. I'm really mostly trying to mood read in 2024, so that's another goal, and just like my general goals. So making a TBR game that has the flexibility to go with my mood more is hard. And also I just don't have, like, my brain hasn't quite unlocked that creative aspect yet. I want to do more themed reading vlogs, do more reading challenges like 24 hours, swap phone time, booktuber taste tests, you know, trope themed vlogs, just like all the themes. I get so much inspiration just consuming booktube content regularly. Like, I'm always watching booktube, so just being inspired by the trends that are happening. And then I want to dip my toes back into rec videos. When I do have a good collection of stuff, I want to be able to have a consolidated video of books that I really enjoyed and would recommend, versus just like a wrap up where it's like some books that I really liked and some books that I didn't, you know, just all the books that I really liked and you should read. Then for general booktube goals, like I said, I really want to prioritize mood reading in 2024, and it has been working really well for me so far. I was like trying to buddy read 2 books, and it was like adding this pressure on me. So the other night I just was like, let me just look at my TBR shelf, what I had said I was interested in reading for the month, and like just go off my mood on like what I want to read in this moment versus trying to force another book right now. And that really helped. And I sat down and read like 80 pages in a sitting. I want to read down my physical TBR, and specifically my book of the month TBR. Plus that ties into another one, which is read more new releases, and book of the month tends to have new release books. I want to be able to get to the end of the year and vote on the Goodreads Choice Awards or whatever they call it, but those are always new releases, and I tend to focus on backlist. And I like backlist because these authors and these particular books have been like well reviewed by many people for a long time, and I feel confident in going into them, whereas like a new release obviously is like riskier that it's going to be a success. But I do want to try to read new releases where I can. I don't want to just like buy them to buy them. I want to like read them because I actually am interested in the story. I also want to continue to buddy read, so I have my IRL book club, and I have like a whole calendar of buddy reads with some of my booktube friends, and then I have some like casual read-alongs that I'm doing with friends online that I want to keep up with. So yeah, buddy reading. In addition to that, I want to binge more series, which is kind of what I'm doing with the read-along, just like finally finish some of the series that I have on my TBR. I do want to have like content surrounding these series, so that's part of the reason I've been putting them off, but just to commit to these video ideas and binge the series. The last thing I want to talk about are milestone targets. These are more like metric things that are out of my control. I don't want to like put too much pressure on them because I can't control the numbers. I can just do all the things above. Offer it to the world and see if people enjoy it, see if the algorithm likes it, see if people want to stick around. You know, those aren't things that I can dictate, but they are nice milestones once you reach them. Things I have in mind that I don't want to put too much pressure on for 2024 is to get monetized in 2024. I currently have enough subscribers for monetization, but I'm working on my watch hours. I'm as close as I've ever been to hitting it, but I'm not quite there yet. Still got a ways to go, so maybe by the end of the year I'll hit it, and it's not like I need the extra income or anything. It's just like such a distinct milestone, and to be able to hit that milestone will be so rewarding to put in, you know, we're putting in a lot of work to make content as booktubers and YouTubers and stuff, to get a little something from it, from YouTube, because they're making money off of me. I know they're still playing ads on my videos, I'm sure, so they're making money. So like if I'm creating it, I'd like to make at least a little bit of something back, you know? It seems only fair. And then obviously I want to just continue to grow my community. I love being in this space. I love meeting all the other booktubers and viewers that comment consistently and join the live shows. It's so fun to like have that personal touch to it and feel like people really care about what I'm saying and want to share what they're reading. And obviously being a booktuber and a YouTuber, there's always that idea of like, what number do you want for subscribers by a certain time? And obviously I don't want to put any pressure on it. I'm at like I think I'm at like 2590 today as I'm filming this, and if I could hit 3500 by the end of the year, that would be really amazing. If I was gonna stretch it and like shoot for more of the stars without being like super unrealistic, I'd say 4000, but I don't know with how January's gone if that's possible. January's been slow growth-wise, but that's okay. We're still on the up and up, and I'm having a good time. And then obviously there's my Goodreads reading goal, which I set at 60. I've set it at 60 for the last 2 years, so this will be my 3rd year. I feel confident that I can hit that. Of course, I would love to read more than that, but I don't wanna like just read random short books to hit a metric. I just want to enjoy what I'm reading and just consume a lot of fun stories, you know, informative stories too. You know, not everything has to be like happy-go-lucky, especially when it comes to like nonfiction. I should probably read more nonfiction also. But yeah, I also want to be considerate of things I enjoy doing outside of reading. So it's been really important for me to improve my relationships with people that I know, new people that I'm meeting, and just building more of my social life and social skills and just like doing fun things with other people and making those connections in person. So to do that, obviously it would take time away from reading, but that's not a negative thing. It's just like another personal goal that I have outside of BookTube. So those are all my goals. Let me know down in the comments what goals you have reading-wise or BookTube-wise for 2024. Maybe I'll get more ideas from you guys. I'm always inspired by other creators. That's all I have for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please feel free to leave this video a thumbs up and subscribe down below if you haven't already. I would greatly appreciate it, and obviously it helps out my channel. And I will catch you in another video. Bye.